This is Yash here from Shardeum Foundation, and for the folks who are watching us for the first time, I welcome you to the dApp library. It is a show where we showcase, have a chat, and understand the idea about the dApps that are being built on Shardeum. One of such dApps is Double Protocol. It's an NFT rental marketplace which is live on Shardeum. You can go and test it out. We have Andrew here from the team Double, and yeah, I welcome Andrew here. Hey Andrew, can you hear me?
Yeah, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you as well. So what's happening? Tell us. How are you? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. So my name is Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate everyone sort of being here today. Um, I appreciate the warm welcomings from everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But Double Protocol, just a little bit of a rundown on what we are and what we do. Our main mission is to unlock the liquidity of utility NFTs. And what that means to the layman, the average Web3 individual, is that we have created ERC 4907,
Mm-hmm.
which is an extension of ERC 721, which allows for the rental of digital assets. We essentially separate user rights from ownership rights and then assign an expiration date. So the easiest way that I like to view it in terms of reality terms is that, say I own a violin, I am the owner, I let Yash here use the violin up until, this upcoming Sunday. So I have separated, I am the owner, he is the user, and he can use it up until a certain date. So Double Protocol has created a rental marketplace for digital assets. We currently have a ton of different collections live on our platform with a whole bunch that are more in the integration process. So again, thank you so much for having me on here, and I'm really excited to sort of share some more knowledge with everyone.
That was one of the easiest explanation I've heard. So kudos to you. Just wanted to understand. So how did this idea came, and what was the idea when you guys started building out Double?
So I've been on the Double team for about 8 months now,
Mm-hmm.
and the team had existed for roughly 4 more months before that.
Mm-hmm.
So the inception idea of Double stems from our CEO. His name is Shrug Newton, along with some of the developers and some of our leaders on the team. Um, they were playing with a whole bunch of different GameFi assets. They were playing in Axie. They were playing in, DeFi Kingdom, Gods Unchained, Benji Bananas, and these different ecosystems. What they're realizing is that there's a major divide between people who could own assets and their time that they were willing to allocate to the game, and then the people who were willing to allocate time but didn't have the liquidity to own the asset. So they were brainstorming what would be a good solution. So a lot of people have digital assets that sit in their wallet and essentially, similar to books on a bookcase, accrue dust and build up and aren't using their assets.
Mm-hmm.
But these are, these are changeable assets. These are assets that can bring you income in these different ecosystems by using them. So we believed and we created a rental marketplace that would allow people who owned the assets but didn't have time to play to rent it out to individuals who had the time to play but not the liquidity to own. So that's sort of the inception point, and that's the whole concept of unlocking the liquidity of utility NFTs.
That's great. Even so, when I read the initial idea of NFT renting, I was blown out by the idea because this is something I also never thought of, and now I could see that this is a reality. So yeah, kudos to that. One more thing, since you guys have been live on Shardium for a good time now, can you tell us more about how the community response has been from Shardium and uh, overall as since the time you guys have launched?
Yeah. So I hosted a spaces with the Shardium team
Mm-hmm.
roughly, I want to say 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was personally blown away by what Shardeum's creating, right? In terms of their speed, in terms of, how they're sort of catering themselves towards the Web3 ecosystem. I was personally really blown away by sort of their technology and sort of being ahead of the curve is what it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
Their technology seems more advanced and, more friendly for the user. Personally, in our community, we've had positive feedback on both Twitter and in our Discord discussing the Shardium ecosystem, and it's going both ways. We've had members from the Shardium ecosystem join into Double and see what we're building with Shardium. I'm not necessarily the most knowledgeable, so I can't tell you how that sort of integration's been. I handle more of the marketing side,
Mm-hmm.
but from my knowledge and how our ecosystems reacted, it seems very positive.
Yeah, I think I was also in that space, so yeah, I could definitely relate to it. And so since we are talking as you just mentioned about the community response, I think I saw somewhere that you guys are celebrating your anniversary, right? Can you tell us more about that? I'm really interested in knowing how it has been for you guys.
Yeah. So I'm glad you bring this up because we are launching something tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
that is super exciting. And I really wanted to share it here in this AMA with your community first. So we are launching a 1 year anniversary rent to own NFT. So rent to own is that concept that if you rent it out, you can essentially become the owner of it. So starting tomorrow, we will, on our platform, we will launch the rent to own anniversary NFT, where if you rent the NFT directly on our platform, we will then airdrop you this one of one NFT directly to your wallet, which will grant you access to a new role in our Discord. And it will also count as a submission for a future campaign we will be running with Decentraland. So I wanted to share it here. Be sure tomorrow to set a reminder at 1 PM UTC that we will be launching our rent to own anniversary NFT campaign. But on top of that, it's been 1 year that Double has existed. And in that 1 year, I did want to share some of the highlights that we've accomplished. We started with 0 partners roughly 12 months ago, and we have now integrated with over 90 partners. These are different games, these are different EVM protocols, these are different ecosystems. We've integrated with a ton of different projects, including Shardium. And in that time, we've increased our community from 0 followers to over 14,000 followers now. So what we're building seems like it's building traction. And, we're super excited about the accomplishments. So to continue on with the anniversary campaign, tomorrow actually marks the 1 year anniversary. Over the past week, we've run a couple different, sort of games that people can do. So right now we're doing a clue catch where we've dropped different clues on different platforms. So yesterday was on Discord, today was on Twitter, and you can take these different clues and then head to our Crew 3 campaign, which is linked in our Twitter bio. And there you can submit these clues for a chance to win some double merchandise, some different NFTs and oats, as well as 200 USD. So these are just some of the different campaigns, but what we're most excited about is essentially this access token, this utility token that we're offering users that they can rent to own starting tomorrow. It'll be limited. There will only be 1,000 released tomorrow and then 1,000 released on the 16th, where individuals can go in there, rent the asset, and we will airdrop them this NFT, which will grant them a ton of really cool benefits in the future for the Double ecosystem. And I know I just shared a lot there, so.
No, it's great. It's great to share all of the achievements and all of the things that you guys have achieved so far. And so everybody who's listening us right now, that was an alpha, and I would suggest each and every one of you to go out there and that concept also sounds really great. Rent to own something. I don't think I've heard that before. So that's there, and. So everybody who's here, I would ask you guys and I would request you guys to go there and just check this out, just check it out and just tell us about how it felt to you guys. Now, moving forward, so since you already mentioned about the growth and the response that you have received, can you tell us about the strategies that you have been implementing? Because as you mentioned, you have more than 90 plus partners. So can you tell us more about that, the strategies that you've been implementing, growing your followers, growing the community, growing the partners, and everything?
Yeah, I mean, I think as most Web3 projects can sort of relate, is obviously we're in a slower part of the market at the moment, which allows us to essentially refocus and really dial in on what it is that we are building. So 2022 at Double was the year of the partner for us. It was really focused and catered towards onboarding a whole bunch of different GameFi projects. So we started off with a game called Warena. We then onboarded Decentraland. And in that process, we've onboarded a ton of really cool games and ecosystems like Shardeum, Avalanche, all of these different ecosystems and games that, we are working on integration and finalizing that product. For 2023, we have been focusing on UAW, unique active wallets that are coming to Double. So what can we offer users that can have them come to our platform to rent and lend their NFTs? And going back to your question, how have we been really focusing on community building? And at the end of the day, I think when the market slows down, it's about showing your community what it is that you're building and why it is that you believe that your product should exist. So what we're building is the rental marketplace, and why it exists is to earn individuals passive income, to showcase their NFTs to the world that allows them to unlock liquidity, earn passive income, and increase visibility to, our 15,000 plus users who are coming to our site on a monthly basis. We've been, catering towards our community by hosting spaces, hosting AMAs, running different campaigns like our anniversary campaign, our Decentraland campaigns. And then my personal favorite one is that for Halloween this past year, we ran a Halloween maze event in Decentraland where users could go in and complete a maze within Decentraland to unlock different clues and hiding pieces and treasure boxes that would allow you to unlock different things on our website and earn USD, tokens, a whole bunch of really cool stuff. So it's all about incentive, but also during this time in the market, really putting your head down and dialing in on what it is that you are building.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I really like how you just mentioned about the Halloween campaign that you guys conducted. So that's pretty interesting. And I've been always bullish on all of the consumer dApps that are building, and one of such dApps is Double for sure. So so yeah, moving forward, one question before we move to our demo is anything exciting that we should look forward to. Um, you just mentioned about the rent to own stuff and the anniversary, but is there anything else that we are looking forward to right now?
Yeah. So one thing that's going to be really big in the next coming weeks is we're going to launch an essential beta testing referral program that will allow users to earn and interact beyond just renting and lending by creating a referral code on our platform and sending that out to their friends. So we are launching this with Decentraland Land in, I'd say, the next 2 weeks. We're still testing it out right now. But essentially, you can create a referral code directly on Double and send that to your friends. Every time that your friend uses that referral code, you essentially gain an extra entry into different campaigns that we'll be running. So our first campaign will be an $1,000 essential entry raffle that will go to people who use the referral code the most, to have their friends use it and list Decentraland Land or rent Decentraland Land. So we are launching a referral code program. Like I said, we are launching the rent to own anniversary NFT. But that goes way beyond with rent to own, right? So you picture a house has rent to own, right? So if I pay rent over 5 years every single month, then I can eventually own that house. We're going to launch the same campaign, but with NFTs. So if I rent a Bored Ape over 5 years at a certain price, then I become the owner of that. We'll also be launching a buy now, pay later model, which will incorporate, as we said, buy now and pay later. So you can access different ecosystems with these NFTs. And you can pay later for the NFT. So a lot of barriers to entry go right out the window for a lot of people. You no longer need to wait to play the game, but you can enter the game and pay for it later down the road. So we're super excited about those three: rent to own, referral campaign, and buy now, pay later.
Blown out by all of the features that you've just mentioned. So I was just thinking how we have this in the Web 2 world where we pay EMIs, right? Where we pay installments to own something, and now that is something coming for NFTs as well. So pretty exciting stuff. Um, so can you take us through the platform, like Double's platform? Can you give us a demonstration about the things we are just talking?
Most definitely. Let me pull up just the basic site right here. I'm going to share my screen.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. So, are you guys able to see this screen?
Yes, sir. I am in. Yeah, people
Awesome.
are in here
So,
now.
right, are you able to see it?
Yes. Yes, I can see people hopping in. I think you should take us through the stuff.
Okay, perfect. So here we have the double protocol landing page. There are 4 tabs at the top: partner, earn, lend, rent. Here you can find different ways, different platforms to connect to, different wallets: Ethereum, Binance, Polygon, Avalanche, Phantom, whole bunch more. Here you have the connect a wallet button with ENS domains, our auto deployment tool, as well as different items that are in your wallet. But for time's sake, I'm just going to show you the rent and lend page.
Mm-hmm.
On the rent page, here you'll find some of our different integrated partners. So Chicky New Year was a game we were running. GLMJ Apes is another ecosystem, as well as a Deathly Hollow. When you click on these, so just a piece of advice on the Deathly Hollows, as a part of our anniversary campaign, if you rent one of these and then go to Crew 3, you should be eligible for the raffle of 200 USD, as well as swag boxes and a lot more. So there's a ton listed here. These are all of our Deathly Hollows that we launch, and these are all rentable. So this is our renting portal. When you click on rent, you'll be able to connect your MetaMask. For safety reasons, I'm not going to connect mine at the moment, but you can rent the assets, and then on the lending page, you'll be able to lend the different assets that you own. Here you'll be able to use GitHub to see the different collections, join our Discord, Twitter, play in different games, and then our website. On the home page, you'll find our new user interface with different collections: ENS, Decentraland, Nova Creed, Warena, and a lot more, as well as the different coming soon collections. On top of this, I'll show you a brief tutorial video on how to rent and lend NFTs. Can you still see this page?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So I am going to play this.
For some reason we can't hear this.
Um, Let me see how I can. I'm not sure how to give the audio, but essentially I can just talk through it.
Mm-hmm.
So, can you still see this video?
Yes.
So, it'll show you the renting page. Here you can see Warena, Decentraland, and you can choose your NFT and project. Here on the ENS portal, you'll be able to rent different ENS domains, but this works for all different types of NFTs. On the left, you have um, status buttons by dates, different usernames, how long they've been rented for. You can also find the previous rental transactions, and you can also select how long you would like to rent these NFTs for. When it comes to lending, here I'll show you the lending platform. So as the owner of that NFT, I can now sublet and lend out my NFT. I can decide on the amount of days, confirm this in my wallet, and it's really, really that simple. So that's just a little bit of an explanation on how to lend and rent. It's actually within 3 clicks that you can fully lend and rent your NFTs. So everyone, if you own a Decentraland land, if you are interested in playing in the Warena or different ecosystems, you can go to Double.one right now and start lending or renting your NFTs. There's a ton of really cool campaigns we're going to be coming out with in the next few weeks. So make sure you're following us on Twitter, entering our Discord, and really just joining our community in this journey. We're super excited about, the future of rentals. And yeah, so that's sort of a quick demo that was quicker than I had expected, but I did walk you through the sort of renting and lenting site. And yeah, that's sort of it on the double end.
That was quick and that was easy. I really like the UI that you guys have. I have been even recommending the UI. I asked people to just have a look at the design that you guys have, the website that you guys have. So the upcoming builders are also inspired by the design that Double Protocol has. But now we move forward to one question. So as of now, you guys are live on the testnet, right? And we just launched BetaNet and we'll be moving to the mainnet. So how prepared is the double team for Shardeum mainnet?
That's my sort of favorite thing about our dev team is that they're always super prepared. They handle everything quickly, on time, and yeah, they're really prepared and they're really excited. When it comes to something that we need to handle on our dev team, they're always on the ball. So, I think they're really prepared and I think they're excited as well.
Yes, we are also excited for double team and so now we'll be moving to the one last question which I really like. So this is a personal question to you, Andrew. Uh, how many dApps have you used on Shardium network, and is there a dApp that you really like? So tell us about that.
I've tested around just on the Shardium network, but I can't necessarily specify the one that I like the most.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm still relatively new to the whole Web3 ecosystem, so just learning everything is what I'm really focused on at the moment. But I would love to sort of jump into the general chat and really sort of share my knowledge, in the next few hours on, my favorite dApp. I don't think I can best answer that question at the moment.
Awesome, awesome. So I look forward you to testing out the dApps that are being built on Shardium, and
Do you have a favorite that I should look into?
yeah. So there are two dApps that I really like. One of such dApp is Prio NFT Marketplace, and the second one is the domain services, which is .shm. So I'll just send you the links out of it. So you can also see just like how I have renamed myself Yash.shm. So it's a domain service um, that I've been using. But anyway, Andrew, thank you for being here and taking us through not just the demonstration of double protocol, but also all of the things and all of the questions that I asked, and all of the questions actually the community had. So thank you for that, and thank you for your time. I hope everybody enjoyed it and everybody got to learn something today. If you did, please just tag Andrew on Twitter or just tag Double Protocol on Twitter. Let them know that you were watching the app library. And yeah, that's about it. Andrew, do you have any ending note here?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to the Shardeum community. It seems like you guys are really creating something that's going to be useful for all of Web3 and blockchain technology. Um, Thank you to everyone in the audience. Thank you, Yash, for hosting me here. And then just another reminder, tomorrow we will be going live with our first rent-to-own NFT, our 1-year anniversary NFT. This will grant you a ton of really cool benefits within the Double ecosystem. So be sure to follow us on Twitter and get all the updates there. I will be hanging around on Twitter in the Discord, so I definitely want to hear what you guys have to say about the Double platform. So be friendly with the like and follow button, and I'll see you in the community. And thank you again, just for everyone who's here, and thank you, Yash.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you in another episode of dApp Library. And also a very happy birthday to Double Protocol. So yeah, have a good day, everyone. Bye.
Awesome, thank you.